Howdy, howdy. Good morning, Bryan College Station and beyond. It is 8:06 on a Tuesday morning, a beautiful, chilly Tuesday morning right here in Aggieland, USA. This is TexAgs Radio presented by David Gardner's Jewelers, episode 2381, November the 17th, 2020. 11 days until the Aggies and the Tigers with a 6 o'clock kick at Kyle Field on ESPN. I'm Lia Musgrave. I'm filling in for Gabe Bach today. As you might have seen on social media, Gabe Bach tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday. Dalton Hughes also tested positive yesterday. So I'm filling in right now. Things look a little bit different surrounding TexAgs Radio right now, and we appreciate your listenership as always, and we appreciate your cooperation as we as a staff try to figure out how to navigate this situation. This is going to be the last show inside our studio until next Friday, and we're slowly but steadily figuring out how to get Gabe back on the air. If we know one thing about Gabe Bach, it will not be long before he finds a way to get back on the air. So want to give you a little bit of an update on Gabe and Dalton. Gabe did say yesterday, if I'm going to test positive for COVID, the best time to do it is when the Aggies are on hold. And I guess I can't argue with that. Gabe is posted up at home right now in their little backyard building. So he'll be there for a while in isolation. He is feeling okay. He has some slight symptoms, a headache, neck and back pain, runny and stuffy nose, but no fever right now. He also says that Megan and the kids are doing well. I also touched base with Dalton this morning. He said he has no symptoms at the moment, but is also at home and fortunately was able to get some sleep last night. So if you have any thoughts, any prayers, any good vibes, any well wishes that you would like to share with Gabe and Dalton and our entire TexAgs crew, I know that they appreciate it very, very much. That being said, we're keeping our show kind of small, keeping a tight-knit crew this morning, but we have plenty of time for your calls and your text messages, and we want to know what's on your mind. We have one number to call or text. It is 693-1150, 979-693-1150. You can pick up the phone and call us. You can text into the show. When you text in, we want your first name and your location. Just let us know who you are, where you're coming from, and what's on your mind. You can also tweet us at TexAgs Radio. And like I said, we have got plenty of time for you today. We're keeping a short-handed, small staff today, but I think I've got a pretty fun show lined up for you this morning. We've got a whole hour of Olin Buchanan and then some. Uncle Olin's going to stick around with me until 9:30, and we're going to do something that I don't know if we've ever done this before, but as somebody who has been around this show for 2.5 years, I know that we get a lot of random questions for OB during the week, and this hour goes by so fast that we don't always have the time to get to it. So we're making some time for you this morning. If you have any questions for Olin Buchanan, we are going to do Ask Olin at 9:20. So if you have anything Aggie football related, Aggie basketball related, varsity blues related, good food in the SEC related, anything that you have on your mind that you want to know about Olin Buchanan, load us up on the text line at 693-1150, and we will make plenty of time for you. At 9:35, we go in the trenches with Cole Kubelik, former Auburn center and current analyst for ESPN and the SEC network. And then in the third hour of the program, doing something else a little bit conventional. Aggies aren't playing this week, which we will dive way deeper into here in just a few minutes, but that means there is no Press Row this week. And if you're not familiar with Press Row, it is a TexAgs produced podcast every single week with local Aggie beat writers reacting to the Jimbo Fisher press conference and talking A&M and SEC storylines. And two of those regular contributors actually happen to be my best friends in the whole entire world and my favorite people to talk college football with. So in the third hour of the program, we are going to have Mike Lucas of KX TV and Travis Brown of the Bryan College Station Eagle for a little Press Row radio edition. But for now, really excited to be here with you for the next 3 hours, and let's go ahead and kick it off with our columnist and our Heisman Trophy voter, Olin Buchanan, who joins me as a precautionary measure from the 12th Man Technology Hotline. Good morning, OB.
Good morning. I like that, Uncle Olin.
You are always Uncle Olin. You will forever and always be Uncle Olin to me, and that's...
usually they call me Grandpa.
No,
so I'm
see,
doing better.
you give me more uncle vibes. I've kind of learned that from the road just based on, A, how you like to mess with me, and B, just some of the stories that come out of our road trips together. Unfortunately, we're not getting those this year.
But Well, yeah, that is unfortunate. Maybe we'll get one.
I'm hopeful that we'll get one. If we get to go to Knoxville in December, it's going to be pretty chilly though.
Oh, it's not going to be chilly. It's going to be cold.
Oh, good.
Believe me, I lived up there that way long enough to know that Tennessee winters can be pretty nasty, and it's colder in Knoxville typically than it is in Nashville because of altitude over there by the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, see, I'm the kind of girl who, when it's like 68 degrees, I need a jacket. And I mean, I can't even stand the coolness that is this studio. It's like 68 in here every day, and I come in here in pants. It could be 100 degrees outside, and I come here in pants, and I bring a jacket.
Well, you'll need to pack a parka then to go to Knoxville in December. It can be quite cold. It'll probably be the coldest game that A&M will have ever played since entering the SEC. I would go out on a limb without even knowing what the temperature is going to be yet. I would speculate that of all the games that A&M has played since entering the SEC in 2012, at kickoff, that will be the coldest temperature.
I'm excited, to see if you're right. I'm excited to see if you're right, but I'm not exactly excited for the coldness that's going to be Knoxville. But either way, it's going to be fun. That game's going to be played December 12th. And OB, let's just go ahead and hit the headlines right now. A lot of little news and quick hitters to get to that we'll touch base on a little bit later in the show. But the big news yesterday is Texas A&M versus Ole Miss has been postponed. This is something that we expected, but it is now confirmed. The makeup date, will likely be December the 19th, but that also has not been confirmed either. The Aggies got the results back yesterday from Sunday's tests, and Jimbo Fisher confirmed to us yesterday that there are no additional positives. And so as it stands right now, there is one positive player, a dozen in quarantine until next Sunday. Obviously, they wouldn't have been able to play this game this weekend had they unless they had changed the rules, and we probably didn't anticipate that happening. The active players right now on the roster, that number is in the 40s, Olin. What was your reaction to the postponement of the game yesterday?
Oh, like I said, not surprised. We were talking about it last week. Billy Lucci even told us, look, that game's going to get postponed because of the players in contact tracing. We say 12. I think the number is like actually at least 12. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it was as many as 15 in contact tracing. I don't know that to be a fact, but when you again look at all the guys that were injured, we've had at least 8, and who knows what Hawker's status is, or Antonio Johnson for that matter. So maybe as many as 10 guys unavailable just by conventional injuries. And then you look again at the opt-outs and the guys in the transfer portal. We just had one this week. Mm-hmm. And then you factor in or continue to subtract from the roster one guy who's positive and 12 to 15 guys that are in the contact tracing quarantine. Yeah, you get underneath that 53 minimum pretty fast. And I think Jimbo said that right now they're between 45 and 50, somewhere around, somewhere in that area. So, and we knew, you could project that last week. As soon as you realize that the SEC rules say that if you're in contact tracing, you've got to go 14 days in isolation and then test negative. When you do that, then it was pretty obvious, even last week, that they wouldn't have the numbers to play this week. Hopefully, it'll all be taken care of as of Sunday, and everybody will come out of the isolation and the contact tracing and be negative and ready to go, and they can get this season back on track with LSU coming in on I guess that would be the 28th.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Olin, and for our listeners out there, we want you to weigh in on this as well. With that, I want to let you know that Dalton Hughes is not in the fishbowl this morning producing the show. We have Josh Olsey back there running a million things. And if you're not familiar with, there's Josh. Josh Olsey is the Chief Operating Officer of TexAgs. And I have to say, there has never been a single technology problem that I've had that Josh Olsey could not solve. So very thankful to have had Josh be able to step in this morning. We also have Anna Peterson, very socially distanced from me, in the social center this morning. Anna, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. It's such a beautiful morning. It's always nice to have some extra estrogen in the studio. And Olin, I just want to say we're already getting some texts about your Twitter exchange with Braden Gall that I know I sure enjoyed reading last night. So that was pretty
don't
fun.
worry. We're going to unpack all of that.
Oh,
There's
sure.
a reason
We'll
why I
save it.
have OB on for an hour and a half because we've
yeah.
got a lot to get into. But Anna, go ahead and lay out our topic for us today.
All right. Tuesday's topic is, what is your reaction to the postponement of A&M's scheduled game against Ole Miss?
Yeah, we are going to hit on that and so much more. We're going to let you weigh in. Again, our number is 979-693-1150. So load us up on that or tweet us at TexAgs Radio. We're going to take a time out and we will be back to unpack all of that and so much more on the other side of the break. This is TexAgs Radio presented by David Garner's Jewelers. And here's Gabe Bach to tell you about Crossroads Moving and Storage.